Welcome back. We're back with Slay the Princess. So once again, we're back here in the deja vu scene here. Like I said, this was the setup, of course, from the beginning. It's just once again, the music is trippy and everything. It's like giving some type of dark, like kind of psychedelic overtones. Last time we were here, we tried to resist it by running away, which was funny because I just thought that it was going to be an endless loop where we're going to be encountering the cabin regardless of how much we resisted. But then I think we basically got devoured by our own nightmares or something. So we're back here again. Even last time tried to resist slaying the princess and we still died. Like first time we and the princess died. This time the princess slayed us, and it was kind of funny because the narrator was trying to control us and force us, like literally bodily force us, like puppet master style stuff, to get us to slay her. And despite the fact he was hell bent on us killing her, he allowed for her to take the blade from us and do us in. I still don't get that. Anyways, let's see what's gonna happen with this deja vu here. Yeah, I'm getting the sense of deja vu.
Terrible sense of deja vu. No, you don't have that.
Lies.
This is the first time either of us have been here.
Lies.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around.
Ooh!
I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth. There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess. We just have to keep trying.
Voice of the skeptic. Okay, voice of the skeptic. What's up, dog?
I'm inclined to agree. If he doesn't remember what happened last time, maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Come on, man.
You know I can hear you two. It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from.
Ah! This is funny.
And as far as trying to help her goes, need I remind you how catastrophically dangerous she is to the world at large? I told you about the stakes of this situation less than a minute ago.
Again, dude, if she's so dangerous, why in the world did you enable her to kill us? Like, I'm pretty sure if I was arguing with him, he would probably say that he still didn't allow her to leave, because I'm pretty sure he's the one that locked that door when we tried to save her last time. I'm just saying, man. This is more than deja vu, though. I'm pretty sure this whole thing really happened. Yeah.
We could go back and forth on this forever, and it won't get you any closer to doing your job and saving the world. So let's just agree to disagree.
I really cannot stand that phrase. More so when people misuse it. You can't agree to disagree with a fact. And the fact of the matter is, we did do this. Like, again, was the world saved when it was a double KO? When we slayed her and she slayed us? Was the world saved? Come on, man. Let's assume I'm telling the truth. All that really happened. Why should I listen to you? Why should I bother? I think I picked that one last time. As a matter of fact, no, I forgot. I think time loop has me forgetting what I did. I think I tried to just leave because that other voice of the cheated, I think it was called. I was pretty much feeling what he was saying. Let's assume I'm telling the truth and all this really did happen. Why should I listen to you?
Those are two very different.
Okay, I did.
You really don't
No!
know what happened last time, do you?
The skeptic.
You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Okay. Oh, okay. That's the voice of the hero. I was about to say.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do. Which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
The three? Myself, the princess, and the skeptic?
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. Sure you are. Anyway, I believe your second question was, what do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me. Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself, or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
Psh, you funny.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
I think you should answer that.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would? What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul. Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here. And yet, here we are.
That's some pretty spacious logic right there, dude.
You're talking in circles.
And he agrees.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
The only reason she was able to kill me last time was because I let her. Wrong. No. He enabled that. Like, if you had the power to freaking control us, what the fuck? Who locked her in that basement? What is this place? That, I think, is a better question. I don't know if this is going to be an instance where I'll have the opportunity to ask the other questions, so I'm going to go with this one here.
People locked her in that basement.
Oh. Oh.
Woods.
Oh.
Complicate things.
Really? People did? Did people also lock us in there when we were trying to escape? Oh, come on. Come on, man. That's another good question, but I want to ask this too.
She just can.
Ah.
I wish I could tell you more. You'll just have to trust what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, fully up to the task that's been given to you.
Whatever, man.
You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right?
I love you, skeptic. I love you, skeptic, in my my Jacob Fatu voice.
What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything.
Okay, now he's starting to get with the program. More so. And music is kind of getting a little bit more eerie, just saying.
Fine. Check your pockets.
Check your pockets, leave your pockets unchecked. What you put in there?
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The evidence."
Man. Oh my god. This guy.
Within, you find.
Oh, come on.
The princess will end the world if you don't stop her.
Shut up.
Doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
Bullshit.
You mean
I'm sorry, I sneezed.
as long as we do what you tell us to. Exactly. Because you not
Whoa!
doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk.
Oh, I was about to say, he just confessed right there.
I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get.
We have more to ask. You're being cagey. Why aren't you telling me? This right here.
Look, I'm not supposed to say this.
Why?
But it's because you're special.
Oh my
The
god.
only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps.
Man,
It's just the way things are.
you were better off just saying like a prophecy in the beginning. Like the first part of that made it sound even more BS than it already is. It's because you're special. You're so special. So special. The most special person in the forest here. You especially have to kill the princess. Slay the princess. It has to be especially you. Especially special you. Give me a break. This is freaking hilarious.
Oh, I didn't know.
Oh no, he's buying into it.
Of course you're special.
No, he's being gaslit. No!
Yes.
No! No! Not the skeptic.
Special.
Ah! I'm sorry. I'm getting into it.
Look, you're annoyed that you're here.
Oh my god.
I'm also annoyed that I'm here.
They're being gaslit,
We're
man.
together, and we're dealing with a bit of a ticking clock right now, so please just get to the cabin.
He's gaslighting us and they're falling for it. I still got more questions.
I've told you everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise very simple situation and make your job more difficult.
No, okay, like this is something, this mission, this whatever, this prophecy, like prophecies are very, very, very intricate in most cases. And very specific, you know what I'm saying? What makes me so special where I have to do it? Like, do I come from like a lineage or something? Like some type of bloodline or something? And only people from that bloodline can actually save the world and save the princess? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, after the last time we tried that, didn't go so well. Then again, I mean, technically we did slay her, but, you know, we went down too. Is that the prophecy? A sacrifice?
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us.
Really?
I know it sounds like I'm hiding something. But
Yes.
you're going to have to trust me here.
Okay, I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're gonna have to trust me here. This statement right here is something that someone who has something most definitely to hide would say, but whatever.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Ruin? I know perhaps I'm probably being a little pedantic here, but there is, from what I'm seeing here, there's vegetation here. Proceed to the cabin. We already tried to turn around and leave, so...
A warning before you go.
What do you want?
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Says she will lie and she will cheat. Projection.
Yes, don't believe a word she says. Just go in.
Oh my god.
Do what you're supposed to.
I think asking those questions to the narrator might have inadvertently turned the skeptic against us. Because now the skeptic is basically in the narrator's back pocket. Like he has been completely gaslit. Because I don't even, well, hold on, wait a minute. There's a wink there. Okay, I could be wrong.
Did you just say wink out loud?
I was wondering about that.
No, I didn't. Wink.
Oh my god.
Just ignore this clown and focus on the princess.
Okay, so okay, I take back what I said. He's still basically on our side. I think he's jumped in on. I know it's kind of funny saying jumping in on the joke, but you get what I mean. He's still colluding with us. Proceeding to the cabin. So we're gonna have a third voice with us going down there, or wait, whoa,
More like a dungeon.
whoa.
Wisps of starlight
Whoa.
to illuminate the cold, uninviting stone walls.
What?
And thick, wrought iron bars barricade the windows,
What?
reminding anyone who enters that this is a prison.
What?
The only furniture of note is an iron table.
What?
bolted to the floor.
What?
Pristine blade perched on its edge.
What?
The blade is your implement.
What?
You'll need it if you want to do this right.
What? Oh my god. I apologize to the wrestling fans that probably got annoyed by that, but I was half being silly, but also, what the... Cabin on the outside, royal castle, dungeon / prison on the inside. Okay, I think I get the picture. You didn't say anything about mirror on the wall. He didn't. This whole cabin is different from last time. Yes, it is. You got some explaining to do.
Very different. Yes, but why? Did he change it? Or did it change all on its own? Maybe it's a different cabin entirely.
No.
Now isn't that a novel thought? Maybe you haven't actually been here before.
Ah.
This means you'll finally drop your ridiculous past life nonsense. You haven't died, and you certainly haven't been killed by the princess.
No, okay? The cabin still looks the freaking same, alright? Cabin looks the same and it's in the same location. I don't care if the interior freaking changed. No.
So focus up. Don't get distracted by minor details.
Excuse me? You didn't say anything about a mirror on the wall. He didn't.
He definitely did not. Does a mirror not count as furniture of note to you? Because it should. There isn't a mirror. There's a table, the blade sitting on the table, and to the basement. There's nothing else in here.
Man, screw you.
There's definitely a mirror. There isn't. I think you know what we have to do.
Let's walk to the mirror. Approach the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here.
Are we undead?
This really isn't funny.
Are we undead? Oh, wipe the mirror clean. Is it dusty? Let me guess. There's a jump scare here, isn't there?
You reach forward.
What?
Against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
What? What? He pulled the freaking feeling like that I sometimes get, like where I'm walking down the stairs in the dark and I think there's one more stair there than obvious. It's like, okay, that was weird.
But it was there a second ago.
Yeah.
And now it's gone. If he doesn't want us to know about it, it must be important. We should keep our eyes peeled. Maybe it'll be back.
Those other options are gone. I probably should have asked first and then did it. Take the blade just in case.
You take the blade from the table. It will be difficult to slay the princess and save the world without a weapon.
Whatever.
Oh dear. Much better to be armed than to go in with blind hope alone.
I like your statement more so than his. The narrator is on some total sussy baka type stuff.
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an old stone staircase. A few sputtering torches attempt to vaguely illuminate your path, dancing across glimmering patches of slimy moss on the stone steps. If the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor.
All I gotta say to that is, this freaking dungeon thing looks a lot cleaner than the old one.
Her voice, harsh but controlled, carries up the stairs.
Is that a visitor I hear? Please, come downstairs. It's been a while since I've had company.
Does she remember us?
Hmm?
You walk
Ooh!
downstairs and lock eyes with the princess. She looks up at you, the heavy collar around her neck clanking loudly as she moves.
Ooh.
The chains binding both her wrists to the far wall, joining the metallic chorus as she adjusts her hands in her lap.
Ooh. So, not only, like, we got more shackles, like, just in general in the room, but we also got freaking... It was one thing that had her shackled, now it's 3. And then the neck on top of that? What?
So much for cutting her out of here.
Alright, now that I think about it... That's freaking messed up, man. Just thinking about how we got her free last time. And now just looking at this, it's like, man, it's crazy.
Do you hear yourself right now? Cutting her out of here never should have been on the table.
You can hush. You did this on purpose then, because now that you got her freaking neck shackled, like, cutting her out of here is definitely a no-go unless, like, again, there's some type, like, is she, like, invincible or something?
Have you noticed the empty chain on the wall?
Yes.
Odd that in a place where everything seems to serve a distinct purpose, there would be something so obviously useless.
It does make me wonder why it's there. Like, did she escape by chance?
That was there last time too, wasn't it? It was.
One shackle free? Yes, it was.
What an interesting development. Why don't you have a seat? The two of us should chat before you bury that thing in my heart.
And she, once again, is assuming we just dare to freaking just right there. I'm not sure I need to do much of anything. Do you see how locked up she is? I'm just going to leave her here. Leave the princess in the basement. Sit with her, slay the princess. I'm gonna sit with her. Because I'm pretty sure if we do this again, he's gonna lock us in. But you know what? I'm actually curious. I'm actually curious. I'm gonna try this, and he's gonna lock us in again, isn't he?
The door locked behind us the last time we tried that, remember?
Okay, who exactly are you? Who exactly are you to recall that? One thing I'm liking about this game is that it has me theorizing in the middle of playing it. Because it's the voice of the skeptic. In other words, a conscience. And the fact that he knew that the door locked behind us the last time we tried that, I wonder, like, and then again, I was going to say, I wonder if the skeptic is by chance maybe our past self, like, because we died last time. We died, right? And I'm guessing, like, the skeptic might be that particular iteration of us that died. With that being said, what kneecaps that theory is the fact that when we respawned, we already knew like this was like some deja vu type of stuff, like the hero that we're playing. So I don't know. It's just very interesting he made that comment. But then again, what could have made him a skeptic more so than just somebody who went through that? Maybe this is like the soul of a person that's already been through that themselves. But I don't know. I could be overanalyzing it. I just found this statement very interesting.
As if by divine will, just as you finish the thought, you hear a door slam. I'm afraid you won't be leaving until the task is finished. Doesn't matter how many chains she's in, without your intervention, she'll find a way out eventually.
I have no response to that.
That's not fair.
That's not fair.
Here, right now, she will remain an existential threat to the entire world. What seems unfair to you is fair.
Does she have, like, does she do like the Scarlet Witch thing in freaking like Marvel, right? Yo, chaos! Like, is she gonna blow up or something?
Huh. So it's not even safe to think. I see how it is.
How surprising. They locked you down here too.
You sound a little more like broody. I'm gonna sit with her.
You step towards the princess, but she stops you before you get too close, holding up one shackled hand.
There's fine. I'd prefer we keep some distance until we've sorted this out.
That's reasonable. We do have a weapon. Might as well put her at ease.
Let's not make her uncomfortable.
You do as she asks and sit on the floor, still a good distance away from her.
Thank you. Now, what are your intentions for me?
Hey, let me out of here, open the door. My intentions, what do you mean? I've been here before, am I the only one who remembers that? What happened after I died last time? That other chain on the wall, who was it for? What would you have me do? It seems I don't have much of a choice, I'm sorry. Let's see. I feel like something funny's gonna come from this.
You have everything you need to deal with her and save the world. I'm sure the door will open as soon as you finish your incredibly important task.
You are sure of the door opening? Further proof that you were the one that locked it.
Doesn't sound like we'll be able to talk him into letting us leave. Yeah, not a chance. He's single-minded about this. But don't worry. There are plenty of things that aren't in his control. Oh? For instance...
And he just freaking...
Us. Her. But mostly us. If he didn't have his limits, we wouldn't be here. Not like this.
What do you mean by that?
Yes, your intentions. You have a knife. What are you going to do with it? Why are you here? There isn't a keyhole in these shackles, so I'm afraid my only way out is surgical removal.
Surgical removal?
Is she forgetting about the shackle on her neck? Or does she think she'd survive a beheading?
Talked about that earlier.
You're right. Maybe she's delusional. All the more reason not to trust her.
Ah, here you go again.
Unless she really could survive.
Though I suppose you could just be here to kill me. but I don't think that's in either of our best interests.
Given the fact that the last time I tried that, both of us ended up dying, I happen to believe you there.
Oh, are we acknowledging that? I thought we weren't going to give away the game.
Excuse me?
Yeah, I remember.
Excuse me? Double entendre here, giving up the game? Give away the game? Excuse me?
I guess what you said back in the woods really was true.
Oh, get out of here.
As much as I would like to remain in denial, it's no use. This has complicated things. It's complicated things how, exactly? Ideally, this was supposed to be one and done. You go to the cabin, you heroically slay the princess, and in the process you save the entire world from being damned to oblivion.
Uh-huh.
The situation right now, where you're getting a second shot at things, is a contingency.
Oh my god.
A contingency for what?
My thoughts exactly.
For you failing, obviously. And you being here means that things are going to be a lot harder than they were.
Alright,
I
dude.
really shouldn't say anything else, I'm just going to make it worse.
Alright, dude. Alright, bro. We slayed her the first time. Like, did I fail because it was a double knockout? At the end of the day, the princess still got slayed. Bars. What the f- Come on, man.
Now hold on, if you knew this could happen, why didn't you believe us back in the woods? Why lay out all those hypotheticals? We didn't have to talk in circles.
I think you know why.
I needed you to believe this was your first time here, even if that wasn't the truth. I hoped if I pushed back hard enough, I could cram this seeping mess back into the bottle.
Seeping mess. Well, damn.
And maybe I wanted to be the first version of me that you met. I didn't want to be confronted by the alternative.
You rolling around here with clones like Monokuma?
That's pathetic.
Indeed.
I never said I wasn't. I get it. It would be pretty upsetting, wouldn't it? To know that you might not be the first version of yourself. At least we can remember what happened before. Seems like we should count ourselves lucky for that.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly, he gets it. You're lucky. So don't waste that luck by messing it up again. Alright?
Whatever.
Moving on. Why is it important for us to be ignorant? How is it ever helpful to be in the dark? The more I say, the more your mind will swim into dangerous waters. Even saying that is too much. Your success hinges on you having imperfect information. For the sake of the entire world, you need to accept that.
That is whacked out, man.
I won't. Just give it a rest. This isn't helping.
Focus. This is a serious situation. You shouldn't be daydreaming.
Can you tell me what happened after I perished last time?
Nothing happened. You died. I went upstairs. I couldn't leave. I found myself in a new place in chains again. More of them.
Weird.
And now you're back.
Huh?
Is that really all she knows?
Maybe.
It's not like we have much of a clue about how things work. And she's probably even more in the dark than we are.
I don't know about that.
You're looking at me like I might be hiding something. I'm not.
I guess it's possible she really doesn't know anything. Maybe both of us are stuck in this loop without any idea why or how.
How am I supposed to cut you out if you didn't notice your head is in a shackle too?
No. Like I trust you to come any closer with that knife. All you're going to do is hand it to me and watch me work.
Eh?
But she would have to cut her head off, right? She can't be suggesting that. She certainly seems confident. Maybe she knows something we don't.
She can grow another head. I'm joking.
Consider the most likely scenario. She's bluffing so she can disarm you.
Shut up.
Though if she isn't bluffing, whatever she has planned might be for her benefit alone. There's no guarantee that what's good for her is good for us. So, what should we do? I don't know. I'm just spelling out our options, listing the pros and cons. Then let me help you. I'll start with the cons.
Oh my god.
If you're handing her your weapon, the cons are that she might use it to escape and end the entire world. And she might use it to kill you.
She's not gonna escape because you're gonna freaking slam the door.
That doesn't sound great. What about the pros? There are none.
Ah, get out of here.
Pros are that we can't trust him.
Mm-hmm.
Possibly even more than we can't trust her.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever she has planned could do something to mess with what he has planned.
See?
Or maybe they're both screwing us over in their own ways.
Maybe. What's up with the other chain on the wall?
I don't know, but you could always try it on.
Come on now.
Maybe it'll fit.
Come on now.
I hope I don't actually have to say this, but please don't lock yourself in chains. We need you ambulatory if you're going to save the world.
Last sentence aside, there we can agree on something. Inspect the shackle.
I wouldn't do that if I were you. And why is that? Do I even need to explain myself? It's a shackle and it's one without a key. Do you want to be stuck here like she is? And what? Is it going to lock the second we put our wrist into it?
You know, if he can basically get the door to freaking slam out of scenic nowhere, you can probably make that happen, now that you mention it, skeptic.
I don't know. Maybe it will.
Shut up, you...
He doesn't want us to look at it. That's all the reason we need to investigate.
It's a double-edged sword, because he probably would pull that mess.
But what if he's telling the truth?
Eh.
He isn't. I am.
Well, this is where it's gonna come down to the nitty-gritty. Little drink break there. The only reason why I'm insistent on looking at it still is because I feel like I won't have a second chance to do it. Let's inspect it.
Against your better judgment, you approach the chain dangling from the far wall. The princess watches you with faux disinterest as you inspect it, though she can't fully hide her curiosity. I don't want to say what I'm supposed to say next.
Why is that? And the fact that the music stopped definitely has me on edge.
What is that supposed to mean? It sounds bad. Is it bad? Yes, it's bad. Come out and say it then. You're just wasting time. Fine. As you hoist the shackle, its heft shifts within your grasp, as if pulled by some odd magnetism.
What?
Before you can so much as blink, it practically leaps from your hands, snapping around.
Oh, that's... No. No. No.
And, as if your situation weren't bad enough, the same magnetism repels your blade, which is flung from your hand and sent skittering across the floor of the basement.
He's pulling this.
Excuse me? Yes? Are we stuck here now?
Become your own jailer.
Yes.
Huh, so it does fit. And I guess it doesn't like your knife. We're stuck here together, aren't we?
Wow.
That's funny.
Wow.
What are we supposed to do now? Can't even cut ourselves out. Guess we'll starve. That's horrible. It's not all bad. We learned a valuable piece of information.
Which would be...
Not to touch things we're specifically told not to touch. No, that there's something special about this loose chain. It's clearly important.
You have a point there. So we're both stuck here. What should we do? Did you know this was going to happen to me? Wait in silence. I feel like hearing him lie again.
No.
Oh, we're talking to the princess. So we're both stuck here. Obvious, right?
Yep.
Has an affinity for these single word answers.
Wait, I guess.
Never mind.
Maybe something else will happen. Maybe not.
Not one for small talk. Small talk. Not one for small talk, are you?
Nope.
That's rude.
Meh. Wait in
You and
silence.
the princess wait in silence, though neither of you knows what you're waiting for. But you're waiting for something. You're waiting for anything. This is so boring. There must be something we can do to get out of here. There must be something we're missing. But there isn't. Time passes. It passes and passes and passes. And the basement of the cabin remains much the same. It is cold and silent. At least the world is safe.
Is it?
It isn't. You're stuck. Too far away from both the princess and your blade to do much of anything. But she's not ending anything. She's just sitting there. Her very existence is a threat. It harms everything around it.
And in that case, what's coming our way if everything around her harms it?
How exactly does that work?
What he said.
It just does.
Oh my god, him and these answers.
But your line of questioning is interrupted by the passage of even more time. And after that, even more time passes again.
For the record, when the skeptic said but, I didn't click anything. That was automatic.
And let me guess, the cabin remains the same.
Gonna kill us with boredom? Is that what's gonna
If time is passing, the cabin can't be the same. Even if the differences are small, they have to exist. That's just how things work. I suppose you're correct. Things are changing. The differences are small at first, a bit of weathering here, a bit of erosion there. But then they get larger and larger.
Man is just speaking this into existence. Hey, have you noticed the basement changing? She's gonna say no.
I don't like small talk. Remember?
Or that.
Still rude.
Continue to wait in silence.
You continue to wait in silence.
Oh, the bricks.
The cabin continues to change.
The
The
bricks.
decay comes faster now. You can see earth through holes in the stonework, can watch lichen spread along the seams of the walls.
Oh yeah. Like I first noticed the loose bricks there. The floor starting to freaking...
That doesn't make sense. Has our entire concept of time changed? What happened to starving? We should have died by now if the rocks around us are starting to erode. She hasn't starved. I guess she hasn't.
She got some type of superpowers or something.
Even more silent time passes as you watch roots push themselves through the increasingly porous walls of the basement. Dirt seeps inside, flowing across the stone floor like a liquid, covering the ground and threatening to swallow you both. Time continues to pass.
And pass. And pass. Oh
Till
my...
suddenly,
Oh shoot!
there are no walls. And
Uh-oh.
then... And?
Uh-huh. And what?
I think he's gone.
Oh no.
Would you look at that? We made it out of the cabin, and nothing bad had to happen to either of us. So this is the outside world. It's cold.
Oh, jump! But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her stead.
She's gone. Where did she go? Should we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now?
I don't know where she went. I don't know how we'd even go about looking for her. The narrator's gone. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror. Can we approach it? Thought we were still shackled up.
If there's even a her to find anymore. You're right. She's gone. It's just us and that awful thing. It is. Does that mean the world ended? It must have. Do any of us know what the world ending is supposed to look like?
I don't know. I think I'm supposed to look at the mirror.
There's something dreadful about it. I don't think you should.
You're right. Part of me wants the truth, but something stronger is holding me back. Fear.
I thought it would be the chain that was holding your back, but whatever. Ain't no choice but to approach it.
I'm begging you, don't do this.
The mirror never scared you before.
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final.
You approach the mirror. I think this is where something's gonna pop out. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. It's you. Which is also like a little inscription on the freaking achievement. You are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Proceed to the cabin. What the fuck? Wait a minute. Okay. I thought maybe I could get like a different like vision of something or a visual of something by moving the cursor around, but doesn't seem to be the case. Proceed to the cabin. Holy, what is going on? You're at the cabin. Approach her. And what the hell? You recognize the presence inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between.
Something returns to the long quiet. It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
I like this visual, by the way. Not sure why, but I do. You're that thing I met in the space outside of the... Wait a minute, the freaking type... The freaking font changed. You're that thing I met in the space outside of the woods, aren't you? I thought that was a dream. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, like the... Huh. So I'm guessing that's still part of the storyline, even though it started us back over. Huh. What are you? The gift of a fragile vessel? Is this the end of the world? Let her out of there. Do you know the narrator? Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here? Do you know about the worlds beyond this place? Are you the princess? Attack the entity, destroy your body, what happens now? Wow. From the top.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth. I am sorry if I frightened you.
Love this music, by the way. What are you?
I am solitary lights in an empty city. What are you?
There's something hauntingly beautiful about that phrase. Solitary lights, what do you mean?
Thoughts without connections. A dim and nascent network. I wish to be more.
And what do you think I am?
I think that you are like me.
Eh?
We are oceans, reduced to shallow creeks.
The gift of a fragile vessel?
Yes, nerves and fibers to feel the worlds beyond, perspectives to make my own. This one is determined, but also cautious. One that would rather let the world move around her than move it herself. She will make for a patient heart.
Okay, so that's like an... At least from what I take from that, this is like an entity speaking. The whole thing with vessels and stuff like that. Whatever I think that's being represented by all those hands.
Do not mourn her. She is exactly where she needs to be.
Is this the end of the world?
How can the world have ended if we are talking?
We could be like another dimension or like another reality or something like that. Let her out of there.
I'm sorry. There are some changes that can never be undone. There are some tears that can never be unshed. This is not a place that can hold a fragment of a concept. The moment she arrived here, she was going to return to me. I promise that it doesn't hurt.
Do you know the narrator?
You are the only thing I have ever known.
What?
The space we're in is vacant. Nothing comes here but us.
See, that's what I was talking about. You ask, like, how are we talking that the world's ended? Are we like in just some, well, we could be like in some type of vacuum in the midst of the world, but, you know, just saying. Are you what sent me to slay the princess? Are you what trapped me here?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
Do you know about the worlds beyond this place?
I know only that they are.
Are you the princess?
She is part of me, and part of me is her.
Oh, so it's like that, huh? But were you always the princess, or are you just making her a part of yourself?
You speak in circles. Does it matter where one thing begins and another ends?
Well, you see, there was this guy that was talking a whole bunch of circles to us earlier, and perhaps I might have picked up the habit. Sorry about that. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
This music is hauntingly beautiful.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to. Bring me more perspectives, so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
That sounded a little cultish, just saying. Aren't you scared that I'll find a way to kill you?
I have not lived. I am not afraid to die.
I would imagine if you haven't lived, you don't know what dying is. How much will I forget?
Everything, until we meet again.
How many more pieces of you do I have to find?
More than you have found,
Sheesh.
but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
And what if I don't let you do this to me?
Then we will be here forever, as we are now. Unfinished, dry, hollow.
I was sent to slay the princess to stop her from destroying the world. If I help you, is that what you're going to do?
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Sounds a little cultish. You're being semantic. What are you going to do if I help you?
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
I'm not going back.
If you need time, then I'll wait with you.
Wait forever. Okay, I'm ready. Make me forget. Oh, wow. Wait forever. Well, I'm curious. What'll happen if... Damn. I'm at an impasse. Sheesh. Okay, I'm ready. Make me forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her. You won't.
Ooh! Everything goes dark. And you die. Oh, man. Back to the beginning. Bring the prisoner to her.
You're on a path.
Here we go.
Woods.
Let's...
And at the end of that
path
is a
is cabin in the basement
basement
of
of
the
that
cabin.
is a
Wow. that took a turn that I definitely was not expecting. I can confidently say now that I actually really like this visual novel. I absolutely love Slay the Princess. I don't know what. I guess I could try like another path in like the next video maybe, since we're back at chapter 1 yet again. I'm getting to a point where I think maybe, just maybe, there might be something you have to do to get to chapter 3, like specifics. But in the meantime, yeah, I'm gonna cut. I'm sorry, I'm still kind of reeling from that last segment. That was really interesting. Okay, but I'm gonna call it on that right there. Thanks, of course, for watching, and until next time, I will await your return on the next adventure on Chrysalid's Unorthodox Path. Take care.